Hello, hello. I'm your girl, Finance Muslima, your money and mindset coach. So today is Tuesday night. We usually go live on our Mondays, but yesterday was a lot going on. Guys, it is the holy month of Ramadan. I am fasting, so you have to bear with me through this month to push through these 30 days. I'm going to stay committed. It has had a lot going on. So here I am now. How are y'all doing? Let's do a check-in. Let's do a mental health check-in. Drop in the comments and let me know how y'all feeling. Let me know how y'all feeling in the comments. Um, how was your weekend? How's business going? What do you need help with? I want to see y'all. Let me know how y'all feeling. So before I jump in, y'all already know my motto. We do not chase money, we focus on impact. We do not chase money, we focus on impact. I got some really great news to tell y'all. I am so super excited, so blessed. Sunday's Money Mindset and Mimosas event turned out phenomenal. If you're not in the North Carolina, South Carolina area and you did not make it, girl, you missed the time. We definitely had a time. So I will share the pictures with y'all, um, and make sure you're in the community. So you're getting the emails and staying connected. If you aren't in the group like that, you have to stay connected so you know what's going on. I don't want to hear you say, "Oh, I missed it. I didn't see it." That's because, sis, you're not staying connected. Besties, you gotta stay connected. All right. We had an amazing time Sunday. So I'm gonna tell y'all really quick. While you guys are dropping in the comments, mental health, I wanted to check in. I want to give you briefly how the event went on Sunday. Definitely sold out. Shout out to my partner Lucy Taylor. She is a tax professional. She's a credit coach. Um, all things financial. Together, we get it done. We definitely do a lot of things together on the back end of business for a couple years. So we was like, hey, let's do an event. And it was everything but amazing. So we had a lot of, we had about at least 8 to 10 different professional women in the building, meaning in different industries, um, doing a great job at what it is they do, whatever they do in the community. At least 8 to 10 high quality professional women doing different things. Um, we had a dating coach, relationship coach in the building. We had teachers in the building. We had bakers in the building. We had e-commerce, online business from home. We had the natural butters in the building. We had a lot of phenomenal people in the building. So many that I forget. Definitely, we had Josh from ADP. If you're not familiar with ADP and how they help out your business, guys, you got to get your business structured legally, paying yourself, paying employees so that you can get all of this free money that's out here to help you grow. There's no reason why nobody should be making no money. Then we also had Alex Cardona from Legal Shield. Um, really quickly, who needs a will? Who needs a will? Let me know in the chat comments. If you want to do a private chat, let me know who needs a will. There's so many people walking around without a will, without a trust fund, without life insurance. Like, who needs a will? I'm going to help y'all out. Send me a message. This stuff is very inexpensive. You just got to have the conversation to get it done. Like, this is important stuff. And I love to talk about what's not talked about, right? I want to teach you how to get the money. Of course, we're going to talk about the money. Who needs a will? Alex Cardona was in the building, spreading all the great, phenomenal things that Legal Shield does, as playing that protector for you, showing up from a legal aspect, which who doesn't need it? Something is always happening. Everyone needs it. So we had a really great time. Shout out to Sierra, who came and drove 2 hours to help me. She's really, really awesome. She professional, showed up, helped me, helped us. And we really, really had a great time. The food, the mimosas, the networking, the sisterhood, like everybody was just having an amazing time, getting some content and so forth. Um, I'll probably drop in the email community um, a lot more of what went down, but make sure you're on the email list so you stay connected to everything that's going on because you don't want to miss out. So the email is on the screen. www, well, that's the website, I'm sorry, www.faithfamilyfinance.co. So go ahead and go to the website and make sure you're on our list so you can get updates, events, freebies, sales, all types of stuff that we drop that you guys definitely need. So you need to get first access to it. So make sure you subscribe. So now that we got that out the way, I hope everyone is doing well. We're still at the top of the week. It is 3:28. Today is Tuesday. So we have a couple of more days to smash the week, smash the month. Um, So we were actually at the event. I did a breakdown. We were talking about exact real time numbers and hitting one's goal like in literally 6, 7 days. So right now, 28th. So we have 4 days until the first of the month. And that is enough days to get something done. You guys got to start to do the work. And I say this a lot, and it's very true. Some of us don't know where to get started. If you don't even know where to get started, let me know in the comments. Drop in the comments, like, I need some help. Let me know because it's not a bad thing. Like, it's not, like everybody needs help. We just don't know stuff. And we talked about that at the event as well. Um, we may have a great skill or thing that what it is that we do to provide service to other people or selling our products, but some of us just don't have access to resources, have access to tools and strategies and things that we need to 10x us and 10x our business. So drop in the comments and let me know, like, hey, I just need some help. All right, that's what I'm here for because I can't tell you, oh, you should be doing da 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 da. Yeah, I can pick a scenario, we could break down a strategy, but everybody's personal situation is going to be different. It's not going to look like for me, for you, that it looked like for me. It's not going to look like for someone else and what it looked for you. So you got to let me know. Drop in the comments and let me know where you're at in your business or even your personal life. If you're like, hey, I just need the help with some money management and I'll be fine, let me know. I want to. I want to talk about. So we have 4 days. Um, First and foremost, you guys should have done your second quarter goals. You should have done your second quarter goals. We're going into April. You should have done your second quarter goals. If you have not done your second quarter goals, I highly suggest you write them out tonight and I will give you a reminder. Do not make this thing so intent like, oh, I don't know right now. Grab a pen, grab a journal, and start writing down what's on your brain. Start learning how to manifest the vision. You have to write it down in real time. All right. So I'm going to remind y'all on that, writing out your second quarter goals. Also, I have another announcement as well. The Mindset and Money program is now open. Mindset and Money program is 6 weeks long. If you want to know if it's for you or not, again, drop in a comment and let me know if you're interested in the 6 week Mindset and Money group coaching program. I believe it's on the website as well. Um, but ask the question, whatever you need to know, if it's for you, whatever the case may be, ask the question. I'll also share some information with you guys about that as well throughout the week, probably tomorrow, because the list is going to close really quick. I'm only allowing 20 women in, and we're going to be getting started working ASAP. Um, the thing that I want to talk about that's going to help you out. Um, and give you like some momentum, not just this morning, um, but for so that I want you to not think like, oh, the month is over. It really isn't. You know how much I can get done in 4 days? Do you know living by a structured schedule, avoiding distractions? Do you know how much I can? Your girl can get a lot done in 4 days. If I can, I know you can as well. So if you having this thing in your mind, like I didn't have a really great have a great month. I'm not really where I desire to be. I want to do more. I feel that the best thing that you should do is apply some more pressure. I feel that you should stop worrying about the date and it's getting so close. Yes, it is, and you know that already, right? So train your brain to not think about it, but redirect your brain to say, I'm going to maximize the best of this time that I can. And the way that you do that, you go back to the drawing board, you grab your journal, you grab your pen, and you start writing down exactly day in and day in and day out, what you're going to be doing. Besties, the goal is being productive, not being booked and busy. All right. Sometimes booked and busy doesn't mean productivity. Like, what are you really doing? So I really, really suggest that you grab your notebooks, your journals, a pen, and you write out exactly day in and day out. Wednesday, what I'm going to do. Thursday, what I'm going to do. Friday, what I'm going to do. Like 4 days into the first of the month. You know how much money I could make in 4 days if I really strap down? You can make a lot of money in 4 days. And a lot of us really already have the tools and what we need to get it done, but 90% of us don't know how to apply those things in order to get it done. It's two different things. That's why I always ask you, if you need help, let me know, because you might say, oh, I got the information, or I learned that, or somebody taught me that, or I seen that on YouTube. Okay, so why aren't you applying it to your life? Why aren't you applying it? Because you don't know how to apply it. It's two totally different things. One is having the information. The second thing is be understanding and knowing how to effectively apply the information. Um, so I want to leave you with some words of distraction. How to avoid distractions. So, what is a distraction? How do you avoid distractions? Distractions, the ability to distract yourself from negative or what isn't aligned so that you can stay focused. Distractions, the ability to distract yourself from negative or what isn't or who isn't aligned in order to stay focused. I want you to write that down in your notebook. Rewind this and catch that so you can write that down. Do you know how powerful you can train your brain and discipline to become when you know how to avoid distractions? I say this every time, besties. Life is really, really loud. Life is loud. It's always a lot going on. People always want our time and our attention. There's so much we need to do. But how do you do it in a strategic way? And then also, how do you avoid staying away from people, places, and things that does not serve you? People, places, and things that does not serve you. So sometimes, we'll say it could be the smallest thing of trying to stop fine dining every single weekend, right? Got 4 weekends in a month. Some people struggle with the mere fact of staying disciplined and avoiding the distraction of fine dining every weekend. So you figure if you spend over $100 on dinner at a fine dining restaurant, right? It's one, two, three, four, five. I'm gonna say that's probably $600 in a month, maybe on fine dining if you go once every weekend. Some people have that smallest thing of avoiding fine dining and expensive experiences that they can't afford to put on their credit card. So, you know what I tell them how to do it? So I'll first say, oh, well, how do you end up there? What restaurants do you like? And then they'll say, oh, I don't know. I just be trying, new places. I like to fine dine. And I'll say, like, well, do you go there for dates or, who you go there with? And then they'll say, well, typically me and my girls, we like to treat ourselves, right? So then I'll say, well, what does these women do for a living, right? So a lot of times we live other people's life and truth, right? You can be a person that's like, hey, I like to eat good, I like fine dining, but you're only there every weekend because your girls like it. They're calling you to invite you in. I'm telling you, a lot of us live in other people's lives doing things that we wouldn't even normally do. So the big distraction in that is those girls. So the yes, I got to be honest. The big distraction in that is those girls. So if everybody's in business or have goals that everybody should be chasing goals in some shape or form. It might not even be business. It may just simply be self development. I would have a conversation with my girls, whether it be a group chat or whatever. And what I would say is, let's start to find other stuff to do. We may not need to fine dine every single weekend. Like, let's shift it up, shift it, and do some self development group activities. Let's go to the gym. Let's meet each other and go hiking, or let's just meet at somebody's house and do brunch, or different things. You don't have to do that every single weekend, but I feel that a lot of us, or the person in that situation, is afraid and fearful of missing out. So they've trained their brains to feel like this is now something I like to do, when yet you really don't. You're doing it because the other people that you're around like to do it, and you have the fear of missing out. So now you didn't train your brain to say, this is what I like to do and this is what I'm doing. There's nothing wrong with fire dining. There's nothing wrong with wanting to experience great things, right? But everything should be portioned. Everything should be done, um, like, habit trackers and so forth. If you have a mindset and money planner, have habit trackers in there. Too much of anything isn't good. Now, if you say, me and my hubby like to fine dine, I still would say, not every single weekend. Y'all don't need to do that. Okay, yes, splurge $200-300 on date night, whatever the case may be. How often would you do date night? Once a month or whatever the case may be. But every single weekend, people really live like this, besties. I'm showing y'all where to find your money. I'm showing y'all the things and the people that are in your life that's not adding value, and that's in return grasping your brain around these activities. Now you're feeling like, oh, this is what you like to do, when it's really not. You gained that being amongst those people. So the discipline part coming in is, first I would address it to have a conversation. And if they feel like, that they have to do that every weekend, that's their thing, then me personally, maybe I'm going to say, I'm going to shy away from y'all a little bit because I got some goals I'm focusing on. And I noticed that I'm spending $600 eating out, and it's not ideal for me and where I'm trying to go. So let's just remove the money part, because you could be like, you may be a person like, I have $600 to buy and dine, and that's what I love to do. Okay, cool. So it's not the money. But I'm going to tell you from a deeper perspective, what it does is you're not disciplining yourself. You cannot consistently practice self-development being around people who aren't disciplined. So if you do have the money to do it and you want to do it, um, take it to another level and say, hey, even though I do have this 600 that I could drop on fine dining, I want to get better with working on my habits. I want to get better with, portioning out things that I do. I want to cut down to every other weekend, right? I tell my clients this all the time. And I share this with you guys as well. It's not about completely taking that thing away, but it's about learning how to do portions, learning how to split things up and not doing so much at one time. Because for one, you can't afford it financially. For two, you can't afford it mentally because you're doing nothing but making your brain feel like that you need things and people to make you happy and consistent. And I don't care if you have the $600 to do it and you be like, oh, I got the money. If you have the $600 in your account to do it every month, spending on fine dining, or you're swiping a credit card and you're like, oh, I'm still good. You still can't afford it financially because I bet you don't have enough life insurance. I bet you don't have any investments. I bet your business is not making money while you're at that fine dining restaurant. So it goes to a deeper level. Even though you may physically see the money in your bank or your credit card may physically see the numbers of you being able to afford it, I'm telling you today, you still can't afford it. So let's think bigger when it comes to discipline, um, training your brain to block out the noise and distraction. And I just gave you a small example, and it's a lot of people's life situation right now, maybe even someone listening, right? So use that example and think about your own life and personal situation and say, hey, what am I really indulging in? And I don't really know what I'll be doing, but I learned to like it because my girls like it. I learned to like it because my husband like it. I learned to like it because my kids like it. What is that thing? Figure it out and write it down and then figure out a way to redirect. All right. So drop some comments and let me know, what are your questions on feedback? I mean, what are your questions or comments on distractions? How do you handle distractions? Do you need more tricks and tips and strategies on how to avoid distractions? What do you do to not get distracted by the people, places, and things in your own personal life? All right, today is 3/28. We have a couple more days into the first of the month, and I will drop some things for you guys that will help y'all with getting laid out your second quarter goals. Um, I'm your girl, Finance Muslima. I hope you have an amazing day. We do not chase money, we focus on impact.